Welcome to Norton Folgate. Built on the precinct of St Mary Spital's Priory, it is one of London's oldest and most historic areas. Today though, the site is a backdrop to one of London's most controversial planning arguments, which would see many of the buildings demolished to form a new plaza built by British Land. I spoke to the curator of Norton Folgate's famous Dennis Severs house to find out what the residents here think of the plans.
I think the idea is that all of the remaining historic fabric should be remained, adapted, because the warehouse developments that they plan to demolish and remove forever, they've all been in constant use up until the last few years. So that you can work within them. And that idea of just removing it to get bigger floor space for more commercial use or for more banking use should not be happening within this ancient district. You know, this is a place where people have lived on and off now for the last 2,000 years. The 18th century streets will be blighted if there are great big glass office developments surrounding them, or as proposed here, landing right in the middle of them. So the idea is to restore 18th century houses which are threatened with demolition, restore 19th century houses and their original shop fronts which can be lived and worked within, and that will save this neighbourhood.
With campaign groups claiming that over 70% of a conservation area is in danger with British Land's plans, English Heritage's decision to call this sensitive restoration and okay it for planning permission has fallen under intense scrutiny. I levelled these criticisms at Mike Dunn from Historic England.
It is a consented scheme, and that was based on an appeal which went to a public inquiry which was agreed by at the highest level by the Secretary of State. So the proposal of sort of 10 stories, etc., was agreed at an appeal. So that is fact. You know, we can't say, well, we just ignore that now and we say we want low rise. We have to work within the framework. There are buildings which are very poor quality, and the conservation area would hugely benefit from the demolition. So demolition is not necessarily a bad thing in itself, and the way it's written is you know, demolition is wrong or harmful no matter what, but it doesn't mention the fact that there are buildings that actually should go in order to enhance the conservation area.
Arguments over the future of Norton Folgate look set to continue, with campaign groups, Historic England and British Land all at loggerheads about the future of the area. With a final decision to be made in June, it might not be long before this historic area begins a process of modernisation. Alex Knight, City News.